10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Well, hello there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Oh, we're joined by a firefighter. What's up, firefighter?
Oh, that was weird. Glitch as you were going live.
What the hell happened? Some bitch.
I don't know.
Well, that's
You know
just
what?
unacceptable.
I'll blame that giant possible alien mothership coming towards us.
The one that's going to be here, on October something? End of October, beginning of November. Something like that. I can't remember exactly when. But
So
like
alien invasion for Halloween?
Maybe. I've got an alien mask. I can show up to Duke's house wearing it and see if...
Oh, please do.
See how he likes it. See what happens there. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing out there today? I know I haven't been live for a week. Worked 8 days straight after my 6-day vacation. Week before last. I've just been busy as shit. Don't take a vacation and expect not to be busy when you get back. So that's what happened. Anyway, we are here. Another Guns and Geeks podcast for all the world to see, or all three of the people watching, whatever it is, I don't know. But there obviously is some news that we do need to speak about. Firefighter, you know what this is. Everybody knows what this is at this point. So I figured we'd go ahead and talk about it a little bit. And honestly, this is the only news I've paid attention to in the last couple days. So if there's other things going on in the world, by all means, mention it in the chat. Or firefighter, if you know of anything else going on in the world, feel free to bring that up. But I think the thing that has caught the most people's attention, obviously, is the shooting at the Catholic school yesterday. Wanted to do a chat about it last night, but there was still a lot we didn't know last night. You know what I mean? So there's still lots of speculation about what exactly happened and what the potential motivations were and all this kind of stuff. And I know there was a couple of things that had gotten released later in the evening yesterday, but most of the information that I saw that started to narrow things down about the shooting came in today, this morning. So I figured it'd be a decent time to talk about it. Obviously, us all being very pro-gun, pro-Second Amendment people here, it's worth discussing because right about now, there's a whole lot of people out there trying to push for another assault weapons ban because of this shooting.
Just like every single one that happens.
Every time they do it. And I believe it. Maybe my numbers are off. I've heard 2 or 3 people were dead. 2 I know of for sure. It was, I think, a 10 and a 12-year-old, which is fucking awful. And 17 other people injured. Now, last I had seen, there was several of those people who were injured were in critical condition. Many of them kids, which again, fucking awful. So I don't know what the exact number is for anybody that was wondering, if you haven't kept up with it, but I know it's at least 2 children are dead. Potentially a third, and then hopefully all the rest of the children, and there were some adults that were shot as well. Hopefully they all make it through. And yeah, people already coming out and blaming the gun. It's all about the gun, isn't it? Every bit of it. It's always about the gun. It's never anything else. You know, nothing else really matters except for the gun, which is, you know, I posted a thing on Facebook today because it really is. I think it's relevant, but it was basically something along the lines of like, you know, if it had been a Jewish synagogue, it had been immediately out there in the ether that it was, you know, let's blame racism. If it had been a black school, it would have been let's blame racism. I mean, pick any group, any other religion, anything like that. It's racism, some form of bigotry. Shoot up a Catholic school, it's guns. How does that make any fucking sense? First of all,
It doesn't.
it doesn't. Because first of all, the tool doesn't fucking matter. As history has proven time and time again, we usually 99.9% of the cases of you know, bad people doing bad things throughout history, we blame the bad people who did the things, right? People aren't mad at fucking Mustache Man's fucking tanks. They're not mad at his Sturmgewehrs. You know, they're mad at him for the horrible things he did back in World War II. Same thing with Stalin. I mean, go back throughout history, pick any bad person that did bad things, and we blame them, not the tool they used to do the bad things that they did. Not anymore. Not if it fits a political agenda. Or, in this case, not if it doesn't fit a political agenda, which I think is what we're looking at here. And I think that's the trend that we've seen every time there's been some sort of event like this in the last few years, where the perpetrator is, you know, whether it's 100% Antifa nut job left wing or just not straight up right wing, they immediately go to blame the gun. They don't even want to talk about mental illness, which is a common thread in all of this. In fact, it's the only common thread, because we see these things happen where it's a gun, where people are running over people, where people are stabbing people. And the only common through line in all of these is mental illness, but we never talk about that. We only talk about the fucking gun, or if they can spin it to where it is some form of racism, sexism, or homophobia, right? It's got to be one of those four things. It's never anything else. And it's certainly not mental illness, even though they will say we have a mental illness problem until something like this happens. And then that's never even allowed to enter into the conversation because it doesn't fit the agenda. And as I'm sure most of you guys have seen by this point, the person in particular in this case certainly does not fit the mainstream media's narrative of a racist, sexist, homophobe. So of course the only option left is to say it's the guns. Now, there's a lot that has been wiped off of the internet when it comes to this individual, okay? But there's still a lot coming out. I was actually able to find, and I'd like us to watch it, and it's 11 minutes long, but I think it's 11 minutes worth checking out, because I mean, you're probably not going to find it anywhere else. to be honest. It's been, I know some people have tried to post it on YouTube and it's gotten removed, and I've seen some people try to post it on Facebook and it's gotten removed. But there's an 11-minute long video of this individual right before, and I say right before, it's been purported to be right before, and by that I mean within the couple of days before this happened. But they're trying to scrub it off the internet. I did find it, and I can't put the link in the description or anything like that, because again, it might get scrubbed, might cause problems with the chat, but I'm going to play it, and that also might cause problems with the chat, but we're going to try and play it anyway.
Well, we'll know if we get taken down.
We'll know. Yeah. Well, I'm going to try and play it anyway. I didn't want to put anything in the chat, links, anything like that, that might preemptively get the chat taken down, but we're going to play this. And basically, this is a dude. He's holding a camera. He's walking around. He's talking a lot of crazy shit. And I call him a dude because he is a dude. I think, as most people know at this point, he was trans, so he was trying to become a female, or had tried to become a female. There's some reports out there that, he didn't want to be trans anymore, and that potentially the mother, who actually went through the trouble of having the kid, like the name changed and all this stuff, like, so the mother was completely in on this transition. So I mean, we may or may not find out more about that, but I wanted to go ahead and play this just in case you haven't seen it. And if you have, 11 minutes, I don't know, go drink a beer or smoke a cigarette or something and come back and we'll talk more about it. But, and I'm actually going to, because this video can be kind of hard to hear, I'm going to turn the background music off, and I've got it turned up. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Firefighter, let me know if there's any problems hearing this. I had problems hearing it just on my own, watching it without trying to stream it at the same time. So, let me know if you're not having a good time hearing this. I think part of it may just be because there's times where he kind of mumbles, so it's hard to understand what he's saying.
Here's my note.
So if anybody wants to screenshot that, you can go back and read it, but it's him apologizing to his family about not turning out the way they wanted him to, and a lot of other stuff. Sorry, I was such a, all this stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to get too much into it because this is a long enough video as is. But you can read this if you find this video. You will see right here where it's at. This is where I found it. And as of right now, it's still posted there.
Wow, some English writing. Wow. Hope you can read that. Yeah. Oh, peace, love, unity, and guns.
And it says, any of you, I wouldn't recommend any of you to read my journals unless you really want to be something. And I can't tell what that says at the end.
Baka, my brata. Baka. Nine millimeter. Get fucked. This message brought to you by BlackRock and ExxonMobil. Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Can you hear that, firefighter?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Hence why I said what I said in the private chat.
Okay. Oh, here and here he starts talking about Brandon Herrera.
Brandon Herrera for president. Yeah, I met Brandon Herrera at SHOT Show last year. He and I had a brief conversation, but like, we agreed on a lot of things. So y'all should vote for Brandon Herrera for president. And Vintage Warfare.
So he's, I don't know what that was with the OK symbol. And then he's talking about vote for Brandon Herrera at president, and that he talked to him at SHOT Show, and
Which
they
is
agree on
weird.
a lot of things.
Because Brandon Herrera just announced he's trying again to run for Congress. So
Yeah.
And Brandon did release a video today on his YouTube channel saying, yeah, fuck this person. Fuck this monster, because there's no record of him being at SHOT Show. No record or pictures of them meeting.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, the way this person's acting, they have suffered some sort of mental break, in my honest opinion.
Oh, clearly. Yeah. All right, he keeps going here.
Love and peace and accepting differences. Tomorrow, I'm sorry to my family. But that's it. That's the only people I'm sorry to. Fuck those kids. Skibbity. Shit. I regret everything. I didn't ask for life. You didn't ask for death. Fucking stars. And yeah, watch my 9mm go bang.
I guess that's Cyrillic on some of those magazines. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know for sure.
Where's your fucking gun? Shit.
Now, real quick. I only recognize 2 of those names. Do you recognize any of those? I recognize Holmes and Lanza.
Hell no.
Yeah. The other names I don't know.
Jesus.
Skibbity Riz. Gum gang. The big boy. Fucking rip and tear. That's the big one. Don't forget to live, laugh, and love.
Vicky Weaver. I don't know who that is. I'm guessing that's. Oh wait, never mind. That's Ruby Ridge. Never mind.
And this one's for me, in case I need it.
Too bad he didn't slip right there.
Some smoke, extra thick. Eat shit, motherfucker. Koszmar.
This is him showing off all the shit written on his guns, mostly. I mean,
El Sociedad. Where should we get motherfucking
so I'm gonna skip around a little bit.
yeah. Good shit, man. My shirt. Gazoo. But shit, let's fucking do this before things are kitchen. Yeah.
This is some unhinged shit.
Yeah. Check this out. Got more Jew gas taped on this head. This will be for the emergency exit. Pop it through the hand. Oh, there's Barfield. This is all too fucking real. Nigga.
Yeah, Mr. Scary, I don't know all the names on those magazines, so I don't know.
Tomorrow. You. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel.
Okay, so that's it. That's the video. Apparently, he posted sometime in the couple of days before all this shit happened. It is on World Star Hip Hop right now. If you want to go watch it, dig into it in any more detail. They are an independent site, so I don't see why they would take it down personally. Like I understand Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all that. That I get that. We already know they like to take shit like this down. Because they don't want anybody to see all that stuff. That might, in some cases, fucking point to shit they don't want it to point to. But let me turn my volume down a little bit. I'm getting a little echoey to myself. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I found some other articles on here. There was apparently a manifesto that had been written out. I haven't seen it yet, so I haven't had a chance to read it unless it is the same one from that video, which was, I don't know if that's considered, if that's the manifesto. It was like a thing apologizing to his family and friends and stuff. So I don't know if that was the same thing. If it is, then you can read it in the video, because you can go to the video and pause it, and the video is clear enough you can actually read the whole thing. But there may also be some other manifesto that he wrote out other than that apology to his family and friends and all that type of stuff. But apparently so far, and it has to the point that even CNN is playing into the pronoun game. It has not been disproven, and it has, from everything we can find, been verified that this was a trans person. So this was a boy who transitioned to a girl who possibly may have regretted it. Either way, I think the point here, as we were talking about earlier, is severe mental illness. And I feel like I need the fucking background music back again now that I'm talking. I'm not used to not having it.
Just took me a second to realize the background music was.
Yeah, it was like a little too quiet in the background between pauses. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm like, something's not here.
Yeah, something's wrong. Something's missing. It's certainly not to my audience, but it shouldn't be a controversial statement to anybody, even though we know, of course, it is a controversial statement to people on the left. The dude was clearly crazy, and the first sign of that was that the dude wanted to transition several years ago. I'm sorry if you don't like that. And look, I could give a shit. I honestly could give a shit if people want to live their life, dudes who want to live their life as women, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. I don't really give a shit. And that's the beauty of just being libertarian, I guess, or whatever the fuck I am. I don't even know if I'm libertarian anymore. Fuck, half the time fucking Libertarian Party's fucking nutso. But whatever the fuck I am, of just not giving a fuck what other people do as long as they don't hurt others. But there is clearly something mentally off. And I'm not going to use the word wrong, although in my mind, there's something mentally wrong with these people. But we'll just say there's clearly something mentally off. If you think you're a fucking girl when you were born a boy, or a boy when you were born a girl, there's something off there. Now, whether that is nature or nurture, I don't fucking know. And I have a feeling that in today's, fucking modern age, with everything that's inundating children, it's probably a lot more nurture than it is nature. Now, maybe there's something wrong with, people who feel that way from a very young age, or whatever it is. And this is something that has been around for a while, just not in the mass numbers we're seeing today. And then maybe in situations like possibly this, the person was already disturbed. And so, hey, because of what I'm getting inundated with all over all the time, maybe I'm really a girl. And then, of course, you have a mother who plays into this shit and doesn't try to get the kid help for potential mental issues, but instead is like, yeah, let's go change your name. Let's start having you be a girl. Let's do all this shit. But the point is, and we really, I don't know. These fucking people are crazy, okay? These fucking people have mental illness. If they didn't have a mental illness, they wouldn't be trying to transition in the first place. And that is the fucking clue and the fucking through line. It's not that the person is trans. It's that the person is mentally ill. Because the mentally ill part is the core. It's what caused the transness. It's what caused the shooting. It's what caused all the other shit. It wasn't a fucking gun. And when you say that, of course, the first thing you get is going to be, well, you're just a fucking bigot and fucking hate the LGBTQ, whatever the fuck it is. No. These people are mentally fucking ill. And look, there are plenty of people who are mentally fucking ill who don't become trans. And guess what? Those people do stupid, fucked up, bad shit too. Of course, depending on what your political persuasion is and what color you are, it depends whether or not they'll actually call out the mental illness, because it may not be politically expedient to do so. Like in this case, let's just call out the gun, because we can't dare say anything about mental illness when there is evidence this person that has not been refuted, and we've seen documents where they've had the name changed and all this shit. So at this point, I'm just going to say there's absolute 100% proof this person was actually trans. We can't dare, as woke media, use the term mental illness when talking about a trans person. So let's talk about the gun. No, the person was fucking crazy. And I'm sorry, but you have to be a little fucking crazy to want to fucking transition to the opposite gender you were born. You got to be a little fucked up, okay? You got to be a little fucked up. There's something wrong with you. And that is not to sit here and fucking say that whatever's wrong with somebody who does that is somehow worse than people who have other things wrong with them that cause them to do other things or act in other ways. Mental illness is mental illness. And I think today we are in a situation where mentally ill people are encouraged to be like, hey, I'm fucked up. I don't feel right. I feel out of place. I'm sad. I'm depressed, whatever. I got problems. Oh, you know what you should do? You should get some tit implants and cut your dick off. That'll solve it. You're probably just trans. Because that's essentially what mainstream media and Hollywood and everybody else is trying to push down kids' throats now who have mental illness. Oh, there's nothing wrong with you. It's fine. You were just born in the wrong body. It's fucking retarded.
Which can be very harmful to people. But you got to remember, not all mental illnesses are the same.
No, they're not.
Because I, for one, suffer from ADHD. Am I ever going to do something like this shit? No. Because I know right from wrong.
Your dick off?
Huh?
But have you thought about cutting your dick off?
No.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure.
But
That's always an option, firefighter. Maybe you're just trans. Maybe it's not ADHD.
Oh, trust me, I'd get an assault charge then.
Common thread is these people are mentally fucked for whatever reason. And look, I work with people all day long who have mental problems. And I am not gonna fucking sit here and fucking act like these are just out the gate fucking bad people. Okay? They're people that need fucking help. They're people that have severe mental issues that need to be treated in ways that don't involve growing tits and cutting off your dick.
Yep.
But that's what we're forcing down people like this's throat. And I'm not saying that him being trans is why he did what he did. What I'm saying is,
good step.
Well, what I'm saying is, it probably didn't fucking help when you put somebody who already has mental illness through something like that. It's just fucking ridiculous. And then when you look, I'm not even going to get into the self-deletion fucking stats where we can clearly see everybody tries to make well, after they do this, their self-deletion stats are better. No, they're not. No, they're not. They remain the same. They remain the same. Across the board. Look at it before and after. It's the same. Because it's mental illness is what it is. It's just straight up fucking mental illness. And I don't know how you fucking get around that. And I'm tired of people trying to. You know what I mean? Trying to, out of compassion and empathy and fucking unification. Oh, we can't say bad things about people like this. Yes, you fucking can. And maybe we fucking need to. Maybe we fucking need to. Maybe public shaming is a good fucking thing when we see stuff like this, so that it doesn't get to this point. Because I'd much rather fucking somebody got locked the fuck up in an institution because their actual problems, their actual mental illness was identified and was treated, then we just fucking sit there and placate them. You know, and just try, we gotta make it, we can't say anything bad, we gotta make it feel good, and then shit like this happens. And I'm not saying that everybody who's trans would do something like this, because I don't think that's true. When you already have a mental illness that's the core of the problem in the first place, maybe you don't go to that. Maybe you don't take somebody who's already got mental problems and tell them they should cut their fucking dick off. Because guess what? That's probably not going to fucking help. It's probably not going to fucking help.
Like Scott said in his comment, that some of the drugs that they give people to transition them can make existing mental health conditions worse.
Yep.
And the biggest issue I have is where the same people who want to ban guns are also trying to paint everybody who suffers from anything from ADHD to depression to anxiety the same level of, you're the same mentally ill as this person. No. There
are definite levels to mental illness.
Yeah. If you get to
you don't paint somebody who's got fucking ADHD or, I don't know, anxiety, right, with the same brush as people who are bipolar or worse, or have severe dissociative disorders and things like that. Those are different fucking levels, way different fucking levels of mental illness. And it's all mental illness. And you know what? Here's the thing. We spend so much time, and I say we, society, fucking modern woke politics, spend so much time trying to make people not feel bad and feel comfortable with who they are. But the one thing they're not trying to make people feel comfortable with what they are is mentally ill. When you know what? It's okay if you got mental illness. Like, that doesn't make you a bad fucking person. Right? If you have mental illness, you're not a bad person. Like, there's something wrong with you. You're fucking sick. Now, unfortunately, with mental illness, unlike a lot of other illnesses, right, you can still go out and do bad things. And that is something that we as a society have to understand. And the best thing you can do, especially as, like, I don't know, this fucking kid's parents, instead of fucking changing his goddamn name to a girl's name and fucking having him wear dresses, is, I don't know, tell him you love the kid and say, we're going to get you some treatment. We're going to take you to a place who's going to get you on maybe some medication. We're going to get you into some therapy. We're going to try and do these things, and we're going to help you fucking try and get to that point to where you can have a productive and fulfilling life. And we're going to figure out what we need to do that. But I guess in today's day and age, because you can fucking virtue signal by being like, I've got a trans kid, you know, and that's just way easier to just be like, hey, let's just change your fucking name than go through the work that it takes to fucking get somebody like this fucking help. You know what I mean? So why do that when you can just trans your fucking kid? Why bother with actually trying to fucking help them? You know?
I mean, there's a reason why when you fill out the 4473, it says, have you ever been adjudicated mentally ill? Or been by court order sentenced to being found mentally incompetent?
Yeah. But hey, you know, it's way easier just to talk your kid into fucking wearing dresses, I guess. Plus, if you're liberal, that gives you street cred. And they love that shit. Look, I've got a trans kid. How much you want to bet this kid's parents are fucking liberals?
Well, I heard somewhere that this monster's mother worked at that school.
Oh, at the Catholic school? Or the Catholic, whatever it was?
I don't know how true it is because I don't actually watch TV other than what shows I watch on streaming, so I've just been keeping tabs on it on breaks at work, going, okay, what are they saying now?
And here we are yet again. Why? I don't know. I guess it is. I mean, I don't know. It's just like ramming my head into a fucking brick wall every time something like this happens, and we come on here and we have fucking conversations. Going back since I've been on YouTube, every time there's been some sort of mass shooting, and of course we talk about it because we're all gun people, and because everybody jumps out of the woodworks to fucking, you know, talk about assault weapons bans and shit, and so we talk about it and we talk about it, and whether it's some fucking trans person or a Muslim person or some fucking racist white dude, which it has been that before, and we talk about it. And it just never fucking, like, nobody ever wants to talk about the mental illness factor. I mean, you know, obviously we do. We do that all the fucking time. It takes a fucking mentally ill person to fucking do this fucked up ass shit. And I'm sorry, but if you're trans, guess what? Chances are, fucking right there. Yeah, we can prove you're mentally ill because you're fucking trans.
Well, transgenderism used to be in the diagnostic
The DSM
thing for mental health.
Yeah.
And it was also
well, it still technically is.
Because they called it, if I remember right, the official diagnostic term for it was gender dysmorphia.
Well, there's a couple of them, but yeah, usually it's gender dysphoria is one of the clinical definitions for it, and it was what, DSM-5?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And here we are yet again, and nothing's gonna happen. Nobody's gonna call this out. I mean, a few people here and there will, because, you know, there are some people who actually will call out bullshit. But for the most part, mainstream media, you're not going to hear about that. If the trans thing even fucking comes up, it's going to be like, oh, they were probably bullied and this and that and whatever else.
And in the videos,
here's this one. This is Jake Capper, CNN, where they got to throw in the they, them, fucking she, he shit.
With Westman's full name, the person recording them pages through this handwritten notebook. The notebook describes feelings of self-hatred and wishes to die. And the words, "I'm so sorry," are written in large letters on one page. The notebook also includes a diagram of the inside of a church, which appears to match the layout of Annunciation Catholic Church. The person recording shows themselves stabbing a knife into that drawing of the layout of that church while saying the words, quote, "Ha, nice." Jake, again, piecing together this information, all of it incredibly disturbing. And again, as I think people have been pointing out since this happened, you see obviously some real clues here as to what a motive could be, but they're not saying formally what it is yet.
The Minneapolis Star-Tribune, just as another piece of the puzzle as to who the shooter was, Minneapolis Star-Tribune says, according to court records, because there's been some confusion about what the shooter's name was.
Yes.
Robin Westman's mother applied to change her child's name in 2019. It was at one point Robert Paul Westman.
Correct.
But since she identifies as a female and wants her name to reflect that identification, was underage, it's now Robin Westman.
Oh, we got to make sure we get that right. Don't want to fucking don't want to misgender the psycho killer who's dead, who killed some kids. We wouldn't want to do that. Let's make sure we get that right. Good old fucking Jake Tapper. How about fuck this person? Like, yeah, on one hand, they're mentally ill, so to a degree, right? You can have some sympathy for people who are mentally ill. But on the other hand, still pretty fucking evil, and fuck that person, and I could give a shit if they get misgendered. So this person, even though they're dead, he can go fuck himself. And it makes me wish I did believe in hell. Because then I would probably take some comfort that the person's rotting in hell.
Probably already is.
So, would be nice. Yeah, see, this is a story coming out. It says I wish I'd never brainwashed myself, but I couldn't find where this came from.
Could it be the media trying to just spin the narrative?
Maybe. I don't know. I've got to go back and finish reading that because I didn't read. I only read the first page of that one from the book or the video. So maybe it was something from there. I'm not sure. I guess that could have been it, because that I've seen this reported a couple of times. That it says at some point, I wish I'd never been brainwashed, but with I don't know. Do a little more research, but I mean, even whether it does or doesn't say that doesn't really change the point of what we're talking about here, which is clearly the person was fucking mentally ill. And I'm sorry, but the first sign of that is that they were trans in the first place. It's a good sign that somebody's mentally ill if they're fucking trans. And that should not be a controversial statement. That's a scientific statement. One that we all acknowledged and accepted up till about, maybe 10 years ago? It's probably around 2015-ish. We all accepted that. A person who was, even people who were trans were like, yeah, no, there's something off with me. I know this. I acknowledge this. There's something wrong. It was not a controversial statement. Now somehow it is.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are. So, good luck, I guess. Anyway, audience. Did I miss anything going on in the news? Because, honestly, I like I said, I really hadn't paid attention to much else last couple of days.
I mean, I haven't seen anything else in the news. Because while you were playing that brain rot of a video that clearly was a warning sign.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not, I'm looking here. I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me.
Oh, wait. There's one. Taylor Swift and that Travis Kelce guy got engaged.
I could give a fuck.
Hey, I was just putting it out there just in case you have any Swifties in the chat.
God, I hope not. If I do, y'all can leave.
And Matt, I think it's fair to say you're not libertarian anymore. You're a constitutionalist.
Yeah, I mean, well, I used to consider myself a constitutional libertarian. And now I don't know. Because you say libertarian, and there's so much packed into that now. You know what I mean? Oh, God, George. Stop it,
That's
George.
why I was giggling. You're welcome, George. Oh, sorry. Wait. You're welcome, Jorge.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What am I? I don't know what I am anymore. Whatever the political equivalent of you do you, bro, is. You know what I mean?
I mean, it would still technically be a libertarian, but the Libertarian Party is no longer what they used to stand for.
Yeah. Well, people now describe the Libertarian Party as socially liberal, fiscally conservative, but that's not true.
You wouldn't know.
That's not true. Yeah. Like that's not what libertarianism is. Libertarianism is you should be free to do what you want to do, as long as whatever you want to do doesn't interfere with anybody else's rights. I don't give a shit. That's what libertarianism is supposed to be. I don't feel like that's what it is anymore. I think because a lot of people that have been, for one reason or another, kind of dissatisfied with the right or the left have like come to the Libertarian Party and just bring their shit with them. And it's like, no, this isn't. You know, it's like the people that moved from California to Texas and then just keep voting for the shit that made them leave California in the first place. It's kind of the political equivalent of that. It's like, no.
Or in your case, you moved from Texas to the Mitten State and are trying to make the Mitten State Texas.
I don't know. I'm just trying to enjoy some cool weather.
Look, here in the Midwest, yes, Ohio is technically what starts the Midwest, people. We have what we know as fall going on right now. And it feels so good to walk outside and like...
Dude, you know how surprising it is to me in August? Like starting about 2 weeks ago, I would wake up in the morning in August. And it's like 47 degrees outside in the morning. Like that shit doesn't happen where I'm from.
No.
It doesn't even get down to 47 degrees in the fucking winter.
That's why I'm saying the Midwest is like the perfect weather region.
Fucking great, man. I love it.
Like even at the start of the month, like because I go to work while it's still technically 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So I have to wear a hoodie, and when I'm leaving work, it's 2 p.m. and 89 degrees. So I'm dying because I wore a hoodie.
Yep.
Oh, and according to Ozzy, Trump is still threatening Chicago with sending in the National Guard to clean up the city. Good. Do it.
Should. That's their job.
Yeah.
I posted something on Facebook that I think describes it rather well. Let me see if I can find it here.
But the funny thing is people get pissed off at me saying, when I tell them, oh, I'm a constitutional advocate, a 2A advocate, and a mental health advocate. Like, aren't those last two things counterintuitive? I'm like, no. there are some people who are truly mentally sick, and there's just some people who have their brain wired slightly different. That with medication and therapy, they're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's the people that all that does not help that we have to worry about.
Oh, I love this right here. Hold on. If it would play.
Sweet is a magic number. Sweet is a magic number.
Oh.
I showed a bunch of people at work that.
Where is the Bible when you need one?
Ah, goddamn. I post too much shit on Facebook.
Yeah, I know. I noticed. Where on my Facebook page, I'm posting shit like cute cat memes just so that way when I see shit like you post, I go, yep, share this. Matt needs a mental health break.
Yeah.
Cute little cat video.
Yeah. Anyway. Mr. Machine says, Society is a Twilight Zone episode. That is, you are fucking not lying, motherfucker.
That's what it seems like lately.
Sure. Dude, it seemed like that for about the last decade. I don't know. Part of that may just be, I don't know. I feel like maybe there's also a little bit of like, as you get to a certain point in life, you hit a certain age, like shit just seems fucking ridiculous. Maybe that's part of it, I don't know.
Look, I've been saying shit's been ridiculous since I turned 18. And that was in 2008.
Yeah. Fucking fetus. Yeah.
But hey, at least this weekend we get college football back.
I don't care. What's funny is I moved from one state that cares a lot about college football to another state that cares a lot about college football, and I just don't give a shit about college football.
Well, depending on how close a vicinity you are to Ann Arbor, that state only cares about beating my state.
I am early again. I'm so early.
You are so early that we've got a whole 2 minutes left.
Hey, Duke, did you hear?
Duke,
the possible alien mothership will be here on Halloween.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So be careful when you open the door for the trick-or-treaters. They might not be trick-or-treaters.
Yep. Oh, and they're gonna potentially send National Guard to your city,
which is great. I'm hoping for this.
I wonder how much that would clean up the city.
What DC? It's been like 11 days and no murders so far.
Has it been that long?
I think that's what I heard, right? Has it been like 11 days and no murders? Hopefully the same for here.
That's pretty good for DC.
Well, that's like, I think you played it, Matt, the video of those federal agents interacting with the guys going, hey, look, we understand you got 2 ounces, but you can't be out here on the front of your like stoop or whatever, your apartment complex, smoking it in public.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that video, yeah.
I'm like, see, that's an example of policing done right.
Which it almost never is. That's why those types of fucking videos stand out. Is because it almost never happens.
Yeah.
So.
And of course, the Democrats here are running around
negative shit.
Right. And of course, the Democrats here are running around like their heads are cut off.
Oh yeah.
Right, straight in panic mode. And I'm loving it.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Keep us informed, Leo, if they show up there. I'm curious.
Yes, I will.
See what happens. Anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time to wind this one down. I will be getting back on my schedule. I know last week I kind of fucked off because
Yeah, I was
work
kind of
and
worried
everything.
about you, man. I thought something
Guys,
happened.
everything's fine. I'm just fucking busy as shit. So we'll get back on schedule this week. So I will have another chat tomorrow. I did the geek chat or the toy chat last week because we had already had it pre-set up and we had an interview to do. So I had to do that one, but that was the only one that I did last week after I got back from vacation. So, but yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do another chat tomorrow, and I don't know. We'll see what happens between now and then, depending on decide what we're going to talk about. But for now, it's time to get the fuck up out of here. As I fucking apparently jack up my microphone. Jesus. But we will see you guys tomorrow. Hasta mañana. Same Matt time, same Matt channel. Deuces yo, shall not pee in fridge, all that good shit. And we'll see you guys later. Take it easy, guys.